So Esther agreed to sleep with the twins tonight. However, first she was going to do her correspondence with her friends that are all around the world. And Esther had opened up the closet in the second bedroom and started the computer, and I'll tell you, at a blazing speed, Esther types very quickly. In a matter of 18 minutes, she had communicated quite a few people. Just inquiries and updates with friends she had made from around the world. Then she did her exercise. She checked on the twins. They were already asleep. She thought to herself, they want her to sleep with them, but as she had reminded them, for some reason, people that sleep in her bed, they share dreams. Esther went to the bathroom, looked in the mirror at herself, and for a few seconds she remembered all of the horrors that she had seen throughout her life. The many senseless killings, but she also quickly pushed that aside and remembered all of the good memories, the really wonderful friends that she had made. So she took her shower, was very relaxed. She joined the twins in the bed, and she wasn't there but a second before both girls had snuggled up against her. Tracy had her arm around her. And Esther managed to pull the sheet up. So the first dream, the twins were maybe 10, 11, 12 years old. They were in a dressing room waiting for their father. He was out wrestling, and a man came in, and he was a professional wrestler too, and he said, "Your father is doing very well, and he asked me to watch you while he was wrestling." And the man came in, and he locked the door behind him from the inside. Esther was in a white linen pants outfit that she liked very much. She actually owned one of these. She stepped out of the shadows and said to the twins, "Do you know this man?" They said, "Yes. When our dad is wrestling, he comes into our dressing room and touches us. He's known in the wrestling circuit as the boss." So the wrestler looked at Esther and he thought Esther looked rather good. He said, "Kids," he said, "you can't believe anything they say." He said, "But perhaps you and I would like to party." And he walked towards Esther, and as he got close enough, Esther punched him in the throat. He went down to his knees. Ester grabbed his hand as he went down, took his index finger, bent it back, and broke it. So the boss is in agony, looking at his broken finger and gasping for air. And all of a sudden the scene changed. The girls were perhaps 18 years old, 17, 18, and they were with their father in a park. He was tall, brown-haired, brown eyes, and Tracy yelled over to Ester, "Ester, come over here. We want you to meet our father." And Ester walked over and he said, "I can tell that everything my daughters have told me about you is true." He said, "We're having hot dogs, famous Chicago hot dogs. Would you like one? And would you like chili on it?" Ester said yes. He turned to go order some hot dogs, and the scene changed again in Esther's dream. And now it was the twins looking at one of Esther's past. Ester was perhaps 6 or 7 years old, and she was on her knees over an injured monks laying on the side of the road. And a man was yelling in Chinese and charging towards her. He had a rifle in his arms, and as he got about 10 feet away, Ester pulled a knife out of a sheath that the monk had and threw it through the air towards the person yelling at him. And the knife went through his neck all the way. The person fell to the street. Ester's attention went back to the dying monk, holding his hand. She was comforting him, and a tear came from Ester's eye and landed on the monk, on his face. And then the scene faded, and the girls simply slept the rest of the night. Ester woke up after about 3.5 hours. She turned on her computer, did some more correspondence, then did her hour-long morning kata, and took a shower, and then started breakfast. She put the Jamaican coffee on because it seemed to just make breakfast that much better, to smell the fragrance of the Blue Ridge Jamaican coffee. And so she's making a wonderful breakfast casserole that's in the oven. Smells really nice. It by that time, the twins came out, said good morning, and they said, we'll be back after we shower. And then Aunt Brandy came out, and she's half awake. She makes her way to the kitchen. Esther meets her before she gets all the way to the kitchen and with a cup of coffee. And Brandy said, "What a wonderful way to wake up with this wonderful coffee." And Esther said, "It's Jamaican coffee. It's the best." This was something they repeated almost every day. So Brandy sat down with it. By that time, the girls, the twins, actually had come back out from their shower. And for the first time, they were both dressed alike. They had two yellow cotton bathrobes on with white towels around their hair. And Aunt Brandy said, "Boy, you really take quick showers, don't you?" And the twins said, "Well, things smell so good and we enjoy the company so much that we like to take quick showers and enjoy the company." This is what Tracy said, this is what family really should feel like. And Aunt Brandy said, "You are exactly right, because ever since Esther has come to Chicago, I have felt like I now have family, and my whole life is far better than it was before." So they had breakfast, enjoyed the meal very much. Esther reminded the girls that this is their third and final day for self-defense lessons, to be ready at 3 o'clock. So from that point, everybody started to get ready for another day.